Hi there, it's the Divine Miss Mickey. I made it. So, I think I'm going to be okay. Those who are wondering what I'm talking about, see the video I made last night and it'll explain everything, but I think I'm going to be okay. So, I'm going to get straight into our numerology tarot oracle reading for the week of April the 5th to, what was it, the 11th, yes. So from the 5th to the 11th. It's already been quite a start to April, and it's going to get bigger. I've listened to a lot of astrologers, and it's not just the solar eclipse. It's not just Mercury retrograde. It's everything that's going on compounded together. So it's a lot. There's a lot going on. But we will get through. Stay centered. And be true to you. So, let's get right into it. Now, the 5th of April is an 8-day. That's in line with the universal year. So the universal year we have is an 8 year. And 8 is the number of management. It's a money number. It's a business management. It also requires that you use good judgment. And there can be emotional issues. Now, when I was getting the cards out, there was one card that just wanted to be seen, but not in the reading. So it was sort of like, it wanted to be a card for the whole week. And that was the Ace of Cups. And the feeling I got from that is that emotions are going to be high. It could be overwhelming. So try and work on ways to keep your emotions balanced. Healing frequency, doing things that make you feel good, go for a walk in nature, along a beach, do something that makes you feel good, balanced, as though you can get through all the stuff that's going on. So the 5th is an 8, so it's the amplification of what is the universal year, also becomes a universal day number. So it's quite an intensity on that level. Now, we're also in a universal 3-month, which normally a 3-month should be very easy. But with everything that's going on, the shadow side of the 3 is going to be more amplified. And it's important that we rein that in, not let ego get in the way. It's important not to become self-absorbed, lost in your own thoughts without a care for what's going on around you. There's a lot. So let's see what the cards come up with in regards. And we'll start with We'll start with the numerology cards. Oh, I should show you the cards that I'm going to use before we get started. I'm ahead of myself. I'll just find where I've got them. Where'd you put all the cards? There they are. So, of course, our angel numbers card. Can't do numerology without it. Well, these readings. And we have our shamanic medicine. I sort of got from Spirit that we needed some really hard-hitting cards with some gentle cards, a real mix of the two. So they led me to this. We have Asher Frost, Sacred Medicine. And now, this next set of cards, here's something. I've had these cards for maybe 1.5 to 2 years. And I've never actually used them, and today I was led to them. So I bought them at a, it was called Beltane Fire. It's a medieval type festival that goes on, and my ex and I were playing there, and it was amazing, and I spoilt myself with a pack of these cards. So, Druidic Wisdom Oracle. So this is the first time I'm actually getting to use them. So it's Sandra Greenhall. Beautiful. Look at the sun coming through Stonehenge on there. So they've led me. We're going to be doing these. So next, yeah, we've got a few cards. The next I don't have a box for. I can't even remember the name of the deck. I've had them for a long time. The box long ago died. And they're Native American. And I'll just show you some of the cards. They're really, really beautiful cards. And that's the Four of Cups. Where are we? This is the Hermit in them. The Guide. So it's kind of like all different cultures. Ten of Pipes, that's your Ten of Wands. So I can't remember. I went hunting to try and see if I could find them to give you the name, but I couldn't find them. That's the back of them. So if anyone out there does know the deck, please let me know, because I have forgotten. What have we got? Oh, Two of Stones, which is Two of Pentacles. Get out of the glare. So I'm reviving these again, and then of course we have the Light Seers. So all that being said, let's see how we're gonna get through this week. And the first is 11. I am intuitive. Okay, you have keen awareness of what is happening around you. A strong intuition is your gift and will help you understand the unspoken feelings and thoughts of others. This insight allows you to be a great guide and supporter. I am intuitive. Oh, here he is. He missed out on the video last night. He had to be in this one. So, for those who don't know, this is Leo. Can I say hello, Leo? Oh, okay, I'm getting a head smooch. So we have I am intuitive. So let's see how this fits in. So we've got a show. Oh, okay. So this is management, business. This is the 8, intuitive. Okay, let's see. Because we have continuation. What's that? Yeah. Continuation, the medicine wheel. Which is like the Wheel of Fortune. Continuation. I am intuitive. Working with your intuition as you stay centered. As everything goes on around you, make sure to stay centered. And I'm sure this came up in, oops, I nearly dropped it, in last week's reading. If it wasn't then, it was the week before, but this is about staying centered as everything goes on around you. It's not about the world revolves around you. It's about while all this chaos is going on, I'm staying centered. I'm using my intuition to handle what's going on. We have our Asher Frost, our sacred medicine. Ah, okay. Earth Mother, surrender. As we look at this, your intuitions, yes. all the chaos is going around, you're using your intuition to stay centered. Surrender to the fact that there is chaos around you. You can't fight it. So, what do? Do you run? No. Because it's still going on. It's going to still be there. Instead, you surrender, center yourself, and use your intuition to work through all that's going on. Aha. Oh boy, this is going to be fun to pronounce. Okay, I'm going to try. Lugnashta. And it's about harvest. It's autumn, which in some countries is called fall. And we're in fall now, here in Australia. Harvest contracts. So, we look at this, and as you're working on harvesting what you've sown, because we've all been doing that, stay centered. There's a lot going on around. We reap what we sow. But we also don't need to be caught up in what others have sown. But there's a lot of soul contracts going on, and sometimes we need to surrender to the fact that we're all working through soul contracts. We're all here for a purpose. And it's important to not try and fight that, but to understand it. Sometimes these contracts, it's not a nice thing, but it's for us to understand the purpose. And for most people right now, those choosing to stay as we go through this, and yes, there is choice, even though it doesn't seem like it. That's part of the contract. We come down. We've already chosen when we're going to die and how we're going to die. It's what we do as souls. We come into this body, we forget that we've already figured it out for the growth of our soul. And we try and work our way through everything. If you be careful of those cards, mister. So now we go into the unnamed cards. Two of Wands, Two of Pipes on this. So we're looking over what we've done and where we're going. This is part of the inner work that is important this month. Balance, again, center. So as you're looking at what's going on and you're using your skills, you need to keep balance. Now this balance card is in the in your normal tarot, that's the Justice card. But in this one, it's about balance. We're working on our balance because, you know, on this day, there's a lot that we can celebrate. This is, and here it's the bowls, but the 10 of bowls, it's the 10 of cups. Yay! Really, really good. So the important thing is that during this day, which could be pretty chaotic, as we're heading into the solar eclipse, it's really important to stay balanced. It's really important to work on your centeredness, see where you've come, see where you're going, and work with others. Yes, this is it just came to me, this is not about celebration, this is about working with others. But celebrating life, celebrating joy, working as a community, very, very important. Okay. So, let's have a look what we've got here in the light seers. Well, we have the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, it's interesting. This is an 8-day. The next day is a 9, which of course is a completion. And we have a completion card. So it's like the energy is building up for what's going on. But the Ten of Pentacles, that's, security, family. That's the joy of community and all that is around. But sometimes anxiety can get in the way. And with the 8-day, there does tend to be emotional issues. And that's why it's important to manage ourselves, manage what we say, manage what we do, manage our thoughts. Yes, 5 of Cups. Because, in amongst all this anxiety that we've got going on, sometimes we're focusing on what we've lost and what is no longer there, on where we've screwed up. We focus on what we can't change. But instead, we can let go of the worry in that, and focus on what we can do. Because, we can have all this security. Remember in this one, we've got the 10 of bowls and the 10 of pentacles, cups. So we have all this. Let's let go of the worry, the concern, and focus on what we still have. Yeah, things can come and go, but we've got to stay in balance. We've got to stay centered in amongst all the chaos. Stay centered. Use your intuition. Surrender to what you cannot change. So, we've got all that. Let's have a look what we've still got here. Okay. Another 10. Wow. In one day reading, we've got 3 10s. That's pretty significant. We've got the 10 of Swords. We're walking away. If we look at this, we've got the 9 of Swords. So we've got the 9 of Swords of all the worries and the chance to walk away from those worries. We can use this day as we lead up to the solar eclipse to do a lot of work on ourselves, a lot of work to let go of these anxieties and worries and fears and everything that's been going on that is holding us back from our journey. So, and then we have the 4 of Wands. Now, sometimes it's not. Sometimes we focus on. Sorry, darling, I just bumped him in his chin. It's like we can see all these things that we want and where we want to go, and And we get so focused on, I want to be over there. I want to be over there. I want to have that that's over there. I want to have that that's over. We focus on all the things that are away, and we forget to enjoy the moment. And we get caught up in the worries. So, the balance. Center yourself. Again, center yourself in amongst all the chaos. So, in a nutshell, again, like so many other readings that we've had in regards to this is definitely a time of growth, learning, change, and that there's things that we can't change. There's no point worrying about what we can't change. We have to be able to move on. Speaking of move on, let's get on to the 6th. Now the 6th is the 9-day completion, endings, humanitarian out of love, compassion, drama, the theatrical. It can be where things just suddenly end. Not always an easy time. But if we put the work into ourselves, every time we hit a 9-day, we can work through it better. I am generous, 24, which is a humanitarian out of love. You have a heart of gold and are very skilled at maintaining balanced, stable relationships. You are loyal to your loved ones and are able to be the nurturer, protector, and provider all at once. It's a lot to put on yourself, isn't it? Now let's see. Shake it off. What are we talking about? Carrying all the anxieties. You're generous. Make sure you're not generous to a fault. How do I know how that feels? Been there. Done that. Generous to a fault. Give, give, give. As others take. And it depletes you. It depletes your soul. So, shake it off. Be generous. That's the most wonderful thing you can do. Just make sure that you shake off what's not healthy for you. Again, think about what have we got? Medicine rights, accomplishment. So, it could be for some of you that something that you've been working on is coming to an end on this day. It's the completion. It might be a school project. It might be a business contract or something that you've been working on. And in amongst the chaos, you've had to stay centered. And this is about looking at your accomplishments. There's a lot that you can see. Just make sure, disperse any unwanted negative energy. Because, of course, rattles and fireworks, and in many cultures, the drum, the rattle, it's to, particularly the rattle in tribal cultures is shaking away, like scaring away the negative entities, energies. So, this compliments, I'm very interested. Oh, okay. Somehow, I'm not sure if this was meant to be in the reading, but I'm going to read it to you. It's the Druidic Wisdom Oracle, and it's the, can't quite read this. It's a prayer anyway. Okay. Grant, O Spirit, the protection, and in protection, strength, and in strength, understanding, and in understanding, knowledge, and in knowledge, the knowledge of justice, and in the knowledge of justice, the love of it, and in the love, and in that love, the love of all existences, and in the love of all existences, the love of spirit and all goodness. Wow. Well, for a card that is not actually part of the oracle, I think that's absolutely perfect. I'm going to try and remember to type that in. That's really, really good. I'm going to put that to the side there. Wow. There's something in there. There's something really strong in there. Yes, there's accomplishments. As we're going into the solar eclipse, things are coming to an end. Ah, yes. Now, this is the Queen of Wands. This is the fiery, earthy energy. Because in the tarot, of course, the wands tends to represent the fire signs. But she's also very, very earthy. She is they're going like the gardener of life. She creates, very creative. Oh, okay. And the Two of Cups. This seems to be pointing to Eight of Wands. It's a lot of accomplishment and potential that there's been contracts or something you've been working on where it's coming to a culmination. Even if it's not completed, it's part. Something about it is completed. I'm so glad these cards came up because I was expecting, well, with all the energies, this could be a, one of those days where everything just goes crazy. But this is actually really, it's just showing more about this completing inner cycles and using the compassion and love. Oh, you've got to be joking. We have two Queen of Wands. Wow. That's pretty cool. Very strong month with synchronicity. So definitely this is a time of finding it's like your inner fire, but it isn't the rah fire. It's the grounded, creative fire. This I'm speaking, but I'm speaking truth. I'm speaking wisdom. I've got a cat that just bumped me. But we've got two Queen of Wands. Wow. So, time to walk away from the things that are not serving you. This is an endings day too. So for some of you, there's things when you look at it, is it really feeding your soul? Is it really going to help you on your journey for your growth? You have to consider your growth as well. Particularly people who are very generous. We tend to put everyone else's growth first. But part of the accomplishment is learning to walk away from those situations, people, whatever, that is not good for your growth, that is holding you back. And it can be finding another way around situations. So you've got the choice. You can go banging against that wall, and that hurts. Or go, okay, well, I can't get through that way, but maybe if I rethink, look at this differently, I can find another way around it. So we have completing that, using that strength. Oh, yes, of course. A Queen of Wands is very strong. Inner strength, that's a lot of inner strength, double. 2 Queen of Wands, double strength. You know, there's a lot that you can think about. And look at this. Synchronicities. You've also got the 7 and the 8 of Cups. So you're contemplating what works for me, what doesn't work for me. What do I keep, what don't I need to keep? And then make your decision on what you let go of. It's the 9 days. So this is the 6th of April. A 9-day, it's okay to put yourself first. Because sometimes you need to just sit back and recover. You need to rest. You know, and if you're being pulled this way and being pulled that way and doing this and how can you rest? You need to. So even if it means saying, right guys, today, no, I'm not doing it. I'm going to get some rest. Do it. It's important for your health. And that's the gift that you can give yourself. What do we have? Well, this is part of this. Contemplating. The gift you give yourself is walking away from what does not serve you, from getting the rest that you need. And that in itself is an accomplishment. Be generous to yourself as much as others. Very, very important. Very important. And I'm leaving out that card, the poem, the prayer. I'm going to leave that out and make sure I type that in to the description, because that's really powerful. I think that's a very important thing. I might try and make up a little sign, but I won't do it for this one. But that's really good. Okay, now we're going on to, the 7th. This is the solar eclipse is on the 7th, 8th of April. So the next 2 days are going to be solar eclipse centered. Also remember that Mercury is in retrograde, and we have a whole heap of planets and other stuff going on, as well as trying to work through our own bodies, trying to cope with the Ascension energies. If you don't know what that means, look it up. There's a lot of people on YouTube that talk about the Ascension. I won't go into it here because otherwise we'll be here all night. Well, it's night here, so. And I'm trying to conserve my energy just in case I do get sick. I'm throwing everything at it. So, here we are on the 7th, and that is a 1 day. Interesting, we have a solar eclipse on a 1 day. It's because a 1 day is new beginnings, it's innovations, new perspective, shadow side, blinkered thinking. Blinkered thinking means I do not see anything except this. You don't see what's going on around. You're only seeing. It's like being inside that little box. And that's all the view you are going to let yourself see. And you miss everything that's going on around. And that's where people can become quite ignorant. They won't allow themselves to learn new things, to see new things, to explore new ways, new thinking. But a solar eclipse, what a perfect time to go, you know what? I'm going to look at a new way of doing things. I'm going to change my thinking. It does take time, but what a great time to start. So, talk about changing, and 77, I am brave. 7 and 7, that makes 14. 1 and 4 is a 5. 5 is a number of change. So, let's have a look what this is. It is the time to move on from the old patterns, habits, and fears. Solar eclipse is a really good time to do that. Now is the time to walk in the directions of your biggest desires and ambitions. Now is the time to be bold and brave. I am brave. Wow. Okay. So, it's like taking new steps, coming out of your comfort zones. Solar eclipse energy. Wow. That's like, this is the time. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it now. Seek counsel with yourself. That's going within. Talking to your spirit guides if you're in touch. But going within, really delving. Be brave enough to look at things and go, you know what? I saw yesterday that this is not working for me. Today's the day I change it. Soul retrieval, wholeness. Because when you make those decisions and you go within and you find the bravery to see what's not working and what is working and know which way to go, you find wholeness. You see the light, see the illumination of the moon and the wisdom of the owl. You find yourself. And when you find yourself, you become whole. So, this is a day with all that's going on, and it's likely to be pretty crazy. Going in and saying, you know what, I'm going to make changes. This is my new beginning. This is my new perspective on life. Oh, okay. So, Bridget Smith, and it is Forge Fire Projects Alchemy. Create. Forge fire. Create that energy to move yourself forward. Have your projects that are new and different. And by projects, that can mean anything from learning a new skill, because alchemy is like skill. Having new way of thinking. This is saying, go for it. It's go for it. Now we have, the Emperor. You've got the strength. You can do this. You are brave. You're very brave. Take command. This is the Emperor. Take command. But command is not about going out and do this, do that. No, command is, I'm centered. All this is going on around me, but I'm in control of me. And I'm working with myself on knowing how I'm going to do things. And if you've never done that before, what better time to start learning it? Taking control. The grandmothers. This is the moon card, the illumination. So when you take control through being centered, you start to see things. When you have the bravery to take on new thought patterns, new ideas, when you choose to forge ahead and learn the skills or use the skills you already have, you find that wholeness and go and seek counsel within yourself. Where'd the other one go? It was here somewhere. Oh, there it is. It's hiding. Oh, yes. Now, in this deck, the Eight of Stones, this is Pentacles. So this is looking at all that you've created, all that you can do. You're shining a light on your inner self. And not to cover all the beauty of these beautiful cards. So you're working, you're doing a lot of work on yourself. You take control. Wow. You know, this is an event that we have solar eclipses, we have lunar eclipses, we have Mercury retrogrades. Some of the planetary aspects that are going on, and I'm not good at remembering because astrology is not where my mind is right now. But we have all these things that happen at different times and that. What's happening is that it's happening all together now. And it's like the old thing, you know, one thing on its own. Yeah. Add another thing. Okay. We'll deal with it. Then add another thing. It's like, oh boy, that's getting a bit hairy. Add another thing. It's like, holy crap, you know, like slow down. And then more and more and more and more. And that's when you go, okay, well, I can't do anything about that or that or that or that. I can see it. I don't have to let it take control of me because I have command over myself. I can see what it is. I can stay in my wholeness. And here we've got, on a day of new beginnings, we come with the Death card, which is rebirth. This is not about death. This is about a new beginning within yourself. This is from the endings that happened the day before. There are new beginnings. Now, if that's within yourself, it's a part of you that is reborn. So the Death card is not a bad card. Yes, because you're Three of Wands. You're looking back. There's a lot of looking back. And then looking forward. Yes, it's looking back and looking forward. Whoops. So this is the Three of Wands. So see how she's looking? She's ready to move into the water. Going for a surf, but I'm checking it all out. And I've got, my light is shining the way. Maybe she just learnt, where is it? Maybe she just learnt a new skill. Oops, I think I had that upside down. So, but it's looking out. And having the death there, it's Death card, the rebirth card. Because death is death of the old, beginning of the new. This is a new beginnings day. So, very appropriate. We can look when you start off with new thinking, a new journey, a new path, new ideas, ideologies, new job, whatever, there comes a part of that where you look back at where you've come from. And that's not a bad thing. Some people say, oh, you've got to leave the past behind. But we learn from the past. Well, we should. We should learn from the past. So, here we go. Yes, the magician, the skills. Now, we've had the card about, learning the new skills. Well, with the magician has the skills. You have the skills to forge a new path, a new journey, a new job, a new idea. Because, where is it? It's somewhere. Because you are brave. There's that song from The Greatest Showman. Love the music from that. And I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be, this is me. I always, when I think of bravery, I think of that song. And it's, you are brave to create that new beginning, to be reborn, to be able to look back over what you've done. You've got the skills. It's in there. It's in you. You can use this. And because we've got the Queen of Swords here, this is a lot of thinking, a lot of new ideas, new thoughts, new changes, because, again, one day. And we've got a lot of rebirth and changing within. So this is very much changing in the thought patterns. Oh, we've got, let me find it. It's somewhere. I've got all these here. Yep, there it is. Wow. 2 different decks, 2 moons. And it's a solar eclipse. A lot of light shining, a lot of aha moments, a lot of changing new thought patterns, changing the thought patterns. Yeah, this is definitely a day to move forward. Use the energy of the solar eclipse, and we're getting into the next day now, which, while you've got the new beginnings, you might have some emotional moments on the 8th, because 8 is the the number of sensitivity. I'm just going to move this up so that, right. 8 is the 2. Sensitivity, music, the feminine. It is relationships. It's about healing. And I would say, and this is still in solar eclipse energy. I mean, the solar eclipse energy is going to be going on, but you're right smack 7th, 8th, boom. That's the solar eclipse energy there. There could be some overwhelming emotions coming up. Oh, I am wise. Your love for others is powerful, and you are able to spread your gift of support far and wide. Your curious and social nature brings you in contact with a variety of people, all who would benefit from your warm, heartfelt words of wisdom. Okay. 15, 1 and 5 is 6, which is humanitarian, out of a sense of duty. It's a responsible, it's family. But where this is a 2-day, so there could be some family issues that are making you feel sensitive. Maybe the family You know, they're seeing you go through some change and they're like, hang on. No. You can't go changing the script. No, because that doesn't work with me. You know, and even a little 2-year-old can do that. Any mother knows that one. But, you know, you've got the wisdom to say, it's okay. Let's do this together. You've got to find it within yourself. Remember, you're brave. You've got that. Okay. Aha. Interesting. What I just said. And then I see this card. Trickster. Challenge. Okay. You could be very sensitive and someone could be trying to manipulate you. Use your wisdom. Use your wisdom to say, no, not falling for that, no. Because remember, you've got all these new ideas. All of this has been working up. Now, I mean, every day works together with the days before and the days after, because that's all part of the journey. Star Nations, ancestors. Okay. This is kind of like a bit of an involved thing, and I'll try and... What I'm being told is that this is a time of changing generational... They're saying negativity. I'm getting negativity. Generational negativity. Generational issues. Generational problems that are not working. And okay, they're saying shine your light and reflect it, because we're looking at the moon there, and that's almost like a sun at night. So let's see how this is looking, because the feeling I get with this, it's kind of a day where people are going to try and keep you, and when I say you, I mean we have to remember that this is on a universal level. So for some people this is not really going to gel, but it might just a little bit, and some people go, oh wow, or it'll be on the news and you go, hang on, I remember hearing something about a trickster. Something in me is saying there's the trickster. So, but there's a lot of generational things that need to change. Solar eclipse, of course. Illumination. But the shadow side. So the clearing of the shadow side, that appears to be what all these two eclipses and all of that, this seems to be what they're all about. It's the shadow sides and clearing them. And wow, I mean, that's a really big thing. That's really big. So we have plants. I say plants. There's a reason I said that. Some people who know me know that. There are people who say it because I say it a little bit posh. Just the way you're brought up. That's what it is. Okay. Oh, how am I going to pronounce that? Oh, I can't pronounce the first word. But it's growth, cultivate. Nui free? Nui free. Nui free. NWYFRE. I don't know. But anyway, at least I got two other words. Plants, cultivate. Oh, growth and cultivate. Okay. So we've got the wisdom, we've got the warning about the challenges from tricksters going on. Use your wisdom. Time to clear. Go within and clear the things. Really reflect. Reflection. Really reflect on everything. There's a lot to change. And that's about the growth you can, as you change positively within yourself, the growth that comes from that is incredible. And I'm speaking from experience on how that is. And imagine if we use collectively, as well as individually, but collectively, use this energy of the solar eclipse to clear shadow patterns and to make wise decisions that are of the light, not the dark. And if we use this solar eclipse energy to see the tricksters, to see those that are trying to manipulate us into not changing. There's a lot of growth that comes with that. A lot of growth. So, we had the grandmothers before, and now we have the grandfathers, which is the star. I've got that right? Yes, that's the star. Because the grandfathers were the wise ones, as were the grandmothers. They had the wisdom. The grandmothers had the wisdom of the earth. Mother Earth, Grandmother Earth, Father Sky. The earthiness to the mind action. That's what I'm getting here. It's trying to sort of put these feelings into words. It's not always so easy, but there's a lot of light being shone on everything. Here again, we've got reflection, and we've got the star. The star is shining the light. Spotlight. There we go. Use the wisdom. I am wise. Use the wisdom to be able to see the tricksters. There's a lot. Oh, 7 of Cups. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at that. Why did I put these cards away? So, okay, what I'm being told here is the unity of emotions, the unity of love, and how important that is as we grow, as we change. Thank you, that was very nice. Oh. Hang on. Oh no, that was the cards before. Because I suddenly noticed the synchronicity going on with these cards is unbelievable. As much as being believable because I'm seeing it, but we have 2 7s. We have the 7 of Bowls, which is 7 of Cups, and we have the 7 of Stones, which is the 7 of Pentacles. So let's put these down. 7 is the going within. So the gifting. Thank you. It's so simple. So simple. Thank you. The gifting of love and unity. Sharing. and the gifting of wisdom, because you are wise. You can see the trickster for who he is, whoever he is, all of them, because there's usually more than one. There's a lot of growth going on and clearing. Through being able to reflect on everything, we can clear the shadow sides of the past. No, we're working here, okay? You got ideas from Nico, didn't you? That's David from Tarot by the Bay. His cat loves to be involved, and Leo actually got to see it one day, and I thought, he might get ideas, and I think he has got ideas. So, so we're now going into the 9th. The 9th, we've come past the solar eclipse. The energy is going to be going on for some time, and it's not going to just suddenly be over. We're going to be feeling this for some time. So for the 9th is a 3-day. That's joy, self, imagination, cheer. Can be selfishness, self-centered, illusion, disillusion, and, well, we've had this card a lot when I've done these readings. 44, I am supported. Because that's really important. It's really hard sometimes to go through challenges when you don't feel that you've got the support. I know how that feels. I've been there. You know, ultimately, the best support you have is your own support for yourself. But we're not islands. We have people around. We're not, you know, we shouldn't be isolated in our emotions, our grief, our challenges. Yeah, it's really, you know, you can't sit on my lap. You know that. So, we've got the 44. I am protected. Your angels are encouraging you to continue on your present life path with diligence and determination, and even greater success will come in the future. That's a really important thing, you know, being able to know that you're supported. Now, the thing to remember is that with the solar eclipse, there's a lot of shadow energy stuff going on with that. So a lot of clearing of all this baggage, emotional baggage that we carry around. And the more you take things out of those bags, the lighter you feel. And then it gets to the point where that bag is empty and you just chuck it. I don't need to carry that around anymore. And I know how it feels. Those who've been watching me know that I've talked about that the inner work I'm doing on clearing a lot of trauma, formerly diagnosed with CPTSD, abuse a lot of my life, and I changed things. And I've been working on it for a long time, and then suddenly I had a tower moment last year. I felt the lead up. I knew something was coming. I knew it, and it happened. And wow, have I changed and grown so much from it. And so a lot of things I say I know from experience, not just my own experience, but the experience of other people that I've met along my journey. And one of the things that I came to realize is how much I am supported. I've got the most beautiful people in spirit that support me. And gee, it feels good. And sometimes, you know, I'm human. I have good days, bad days. Although I don't really have bad days. I have, you know, my little, you know, grime. Oh, well, it's me moments. And then I go, yeah, come on, you're right. Let's get past this. Have a little piece of my Alta Eco cacao chocolate. It's organic and it's yum. Are you right? Are you really right? You can't see this, but come here. Oh, you're too heavy for me to lift. Here he is. See? Can you see yourself in the camera? Huh? Can you? Okay. You had enough? No, never. He's a Scorpio, this cat. And I mean, he's a Scorpio. He really is a Scorpio. I have never had a cat that's so intense. I know what he's thinking and feeling. I know when he's getting in a crappy mood. It just shows. And when he's so full of love, and when he's thinking about attacking the other cat. Everything. So anyway, we're protected. So let's have a look what we've got from this. Oh wow. Middle world present. Know that you're supported. Know that you have the support from your beautiful angels, your beautiful guides, your loved ones that are on the other side, your friends, people that have meant so much to you but have passed before you. Ow! No claws. Yeah, put his claws in. But be present in the moment. We seem to have a lot of cards where there's either sun, moon, stars, illumination. Let the light shine. The angels are supporting you as you go on your journey of change. Look at the light in both of them. This one right here and this one right there. This is wind, change. And we've got this. The card number is 21, which goes to a 3. And the 9th is a 3. So be present in the moment as you look and you reflect and you look at what you've learnt through the solar eclipse, and you start working on your change, because you know you are supported. You know your angels are there looking after you. Alban Hefen. There's that stone here. Oh. What have we got again? The sun, reflection, shining the light, even shining the light through obstacles. Because I don't see Stonehenge as an obstacle. I'm looking at the symbolism of the light shining through these stone pillars. The light always gets through. So, and this is Alban Hefen. Summer solstice, gateway, pivot. Gateway. Change. Pivot. It's interesting because pivot means turning. Now, you can't change if you're staying stuck looking in one direction. In order to change, you have to pivot to look at other viewpoints, other perspectives that you would not see unless you did a pivot to look around. Liking this. I was really expecting a lot worse with the cards, but they're really, really working. Not on saying, oh, they're doom, gloom, and there's going to be this and there's going to be that. Yes, we know. We know. We've already seen with Taiwan, the big earthquake in Taiwan, and it was a blessing. It was not worse. We know that things come to light with a solar eclipse. We know that the energy created just on a physical level can cause great upheaval, including more earthquakes. We know that. But what Spirit seems to want us to do is change, put the inner work in. This seems to be so strong that's been coming up. So we've got the 7 of arrows, which is the 7 of wands. No, arrows. Arrows are swords. That's right. I'm looking at this and I'm seeing a coming together, a unity. Now, okay, Apprentice of Arrows. I'm going to look at this as the Page of Swords. So, from a lot of talking with others and coming together with others, and a lot of communication, and not just with your peers, but with wide range, ages, diversity, the new ideas coming forward. And we have, oh God, I didn't even notice that. We have 2 pages, 2 apprentices. Hang on. Got to watch how I say that. This is the Apprentice of Bowls, which is the Page of Cups. I'm trying not to say what Hoagie calls the Page of Cups. If you don't know Hogarth astrology, he does Vedic astrology. I think it's Neo-Vedic astrology. He's awesome. But he also does tarot, and he calls the Page of Cups stinky fish. Well, it's not stinky fish in this one. What I'm feeling with this is that there's a lot of, of course, support. They just said that clearly, support. Love and support around as you these new thoughts and new emotions emerge. You know, we've had a lot of solar eclipses. It's part of life. What do we get? 2 or 3 a year? I'm not really sort of up on all that sort of stuff, but, you know, we have eclipses. There's something different about this one. It is really bringing and heralding in a lot of new thinking, new emotions, and new unity. I got that very, very clear. Change is there. It's in the wind. We're very supported as we go through this. There's a lot. The seeds that we've planted, the 7 of Pentacles. We've planted a lot of seeds. We've been working on a lot of things. seeing what will grow from what we seeds, and I'm not talking about necessarily tomato seeds or anything like that. Seeds of thought. Oh. With the King of Swords, the thought. There's much that we've gained and can gain from all that we've done. There's a lot of ideas, thoughts, growth. We had the plants one before. Again, growth. There's a lot of growth going on here. It's moving us on to calmer waters. We're being led through all this chaos if we allow ourselves. That's what it all comes down to. You know, it doesn't matter what I say the energies are. It doesn't matter what anyone else says the energies are. It's up to you to choose your path. So I'm making it clear that this is not set in stone. So my eyes are very watery. But of course the Six of Swords is moving out of troubled waters. So we see all this chaos, we see these horrible things. And yeah, it's hard. Oh man. Those aid workers that were just killed in Gaza. It's like, really? They were there helping people who desperately need help. It is upsetting, and it doesn't matter how together you are. You would have to be made of stone to not be emotionally affected. And you know what? That's okay. It's okay to feel it, because we can't change things if we don't feel it, if we don't see it, if we don't acknowledge it, if we don't look at where the tricksters are, where the real tricksters are. There's so much that is going on that is actually, in the long run, moving us to smoother waters. It's up to us to choose to hop in that boat. Let those ravens take us to the smoother waters. They're angels. I love crows, ravens, magpies. Oh, okay. I'm getting it. Because we have the Tower. This solar eclipse is breaking down a lot of stuff. This is why they're really enforcing about staying centered. It's so important. It's so important to get your thinking right. And I'm not talking about, oh, you have to think this way. It's like getting yourself centered, clearing that shadow energy, allowing new ideas and new perspectives and new thoughts. Getting it. It's not about thinking outside the box. It's about get rid of the box. You don't need it. But in order to move to smoother waters, there has to be this breakdown. There has to be this crash. There has to be the structures that we have tried to cling to. It has to crumble in order for us to go, well, that really was not worth hanging on to. You know, let's rise out of all this. Become the phoenix. Rise out of this ashes. That's the first time the Tower in this deck has come up. And it's really important. You know, and the Tower in the tarot decks, the Tower in tarot decks is number 16. In numerology, 16 is the number of karmic lessons. it can be really tough. So while it looked like everything was going to be hunky-dory, pretty good, okay, we do all this inner work, all this sort of stuff, yeah, well, that lunar eclipse is really doing a number, because it's breaking down the things that are not good. It's exposing what we need to see in order to change, to grow, to move forward, to get away from the chaos and find our emotional stability, our King of Cups, our Zen. He's very Zen, isn't he? He's got a real calm Zenness. Actually, I'm trying to think, there's a really cool, I really dislike the guru thing. I'm trying to think of his name, and it almost came to me then. I'm a shocker with names. I really. But then the souls had so many names, no wonder I have trouble. Because I like to recognize the soul. But I'll think of it one day. But he's very, very Zen. He's very calm. And when you think of it, he's very much a thinker. But he's sitting back and he's going, yep, come a long way. I've seen a lot. And our King of Cups is going, and now I'm going to get in my balance. I'm going to get in my emotional calmness. And I am going to work with this energy to move forward. Wow. Be present in the moment. But there's a lot of change coming. Know that the change, and it's been said for quite some time by so many readers, so many mediums, and that there's big change coming. And I like to say embrace the change, because when you embrace the change, you're not fighting it. You're moving with the change. And if the change is not something that is positive, then you look at it and go, okay, that's not a good thing for humanity. That's not a good thing for my growth as well. That's not a good thing for spiritual growth. But there it is. Recognize it. Acknowledge it. And then say, you are not you're not allowed to continue in my world. Trying to find the right words for this. But it's like you can't change what you don't acknowledge. So if you're seeing something that's not good, in order to change it, first you have to acknowledge it. You cannot change anything while you're busy burying your head in the sand. I'm not going to know about anything. I don't want to know everything. La, 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 la. How can you change it? You've got to face it in order to be able to change it. Oh yeah. Okay. We now go on to the 10th. And the 10th is a 4-day, universal day. This 4 is the number of practicality. It's of the earthly realm. It's laying the foundations for the future. It's setting the groundwork. It's a manual, hands-on, 3D sort of number. So sometimes the shadow side with the 4 is that people can get very stuck. I'm stuck here. I'm not moving. You can't move forward if you're not going to move. So anyway, the 10th 4-day could be a lot of rebuilding. Very, very strong feeling with that. And do you remember what I said about the number of the tower and that it was a karmic number? Here it is. But this has got a really good slant to it. 16. I am perceptive. You have an inquisitive mind that allows you to uncover important truths. Remember about the trickster? You have a special ability to read into other people's feelings. That's where the perception comes in. A wisdom seeker. And your angels ask to share your knowledge for the benefit of others. So it's use your perceptions, as I'm doing now. I thought I'd just come on and just be tarot reader and maybe say a few things, and it's just developed like this, and who knows where it's going to go. I have a lot of ideas away from YouTube as well, but it's like, this is what we're here to do in our own way, and that is make the world a better place. A beautiful song, a Michael Jackson song. I've sung it a few times and I love it. That song, Heal the World. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying if you care enough for the living. And I've forgotten the rest of the lines. I just went blank. Oh, okay. Listen, it is 11:18. I wanted to get this going much earlier, but the battery was lower than I thought. So anyway, 16, perceptive. Okay. Which reminds me, I better not pick too much longer in case I run out of battery. Altar. Honoring. Perception. Honoring. Let's see where this is going to take us, because honoring the journey is very, very important. When you're looking back on where you've come from, you need to honor that journey. Oh my God, how am I meant to say that? Mino Bima Disiwin. Wow. Walk in a, what was I just saying? Walk in a good way, realign. And again, we got a sun. So, honoring the journey. Honor the journey that you have come. Ovate. Seek dream instincts. Yep, okay. Now I want you to learn, what am I saying? Remember that 16 is a karmic lessons. So all of this that's going on is karmic. So use your perception. Honor the journey. Walk the good walk. Walk your path with honor. Seek the truth. Dream. It's beautiful to have dreams. Trust your instincts. Trust your perception. Okay, where are we going here? Oh, okay. So we've got the 9 of bowls. Nine of Cups. You're heading towards that beautiful, I keep saying utopia. I have a very Lemurian mind. Some people won't understand that, but I'm very much of the earth, of peace, of kindness, of warmth, of inner strength, working with spirit. And it's probably why technology is my biggest challenge. But we're moving into something of great beauty to celebrate as we honour our journey. I won't get it out, but honour our journey, and we celebrate. We can celebrate so much. This is the Nine of Pentacles. We've planted so many seeds in humanity. Yes, there's been bad seeds, but we can rip them up and put in the good seeds, the good seedlings. We can celebrate and move to beautiful journeys where we cultivate and grow ideas, thoughts, humanity that is of love. Where we work with spirit, where we can look back at the nostalgia of the past. But we can do it in a way where we have no fear. We can move away from the hardships, the emotional hardships. We can move away from that. We've got the Six of Cups and the Seven of Six of Cups, Seven of Swords. So reflection is really, it's a good way to teach you. Because we can have a lot of inner conflict. And inner conflict, there is a point to inner conflict, because inner conflict shows you areas where you need to work. Someone said something the other day to me, and I felt an emotional response, and I went, wow, I didn't expect that response. And that told me I needed to work in that area. That was something, and that will be, next time I do the EMDR, I think that's where I'm going to focus. Because it was a strong reaction. I went, okay, right, let's work on it. So it's really, really important that to move on, that we look at the conflicts of the past. And we also see that sometimes the conflicts they're created. If you look at this, again, we have light shining. So in amongst all the conflict going on, there is light. There is light shining. Sometimes in amongst all the conflict is someone shining the light. Something to think about. Because we can stand in amongst all, this is the Nine of Wands, in amongst all that conflict that's going on, we can shine our own light. We don't have to stay in that cage of conflict. We can choose to shine our light and move out of it. And that's when, this is the Judgment card, but this is a really lovely Judgment card because it's our soul leaping out. Our soul is going, yay! Wow! Can you see how beautiful that is? I'll put that one down. soul is just free. It comes from doing that inner work. And yeah, it doesn't happen overnight. It takes work, but this solar eclipse seems to be really accentuating it all. So I think it's going to be pretty big. And we come to the 11th. The 11th is, oh, that's right, I did see this before when I was writing this out, because I've got my notes in front of me here. That's why you see me look over. It's a 5-day. 5 days, expect the unexpected, the odd, the unusual, the gypsy. It's restlessness, that's shadow side. There's public figures. There's a lot of public figures, things that we see that are in the public eye. There also can be hazards and accidents. The feeling I got from when I saw this day straight off was about expect the unexpected. That there's going to, because 5 is a number of change, and I really had a strong feeling that there was something. Oh, okay, I'm being told mammoth, big, on the 11th. So let's see what the cards say, because I'm like, whoa. I might hibernate. I might just hide away. Oh, my tea's going cold. So, okay. This is for the 11th. 66. I am positive. I am positive that this is going to be wonderful. Okay. Your guardian angel is excuse me, I'm trying to read this. Do you mind? Okay. Could I read this? You know you can't go on my lap. Leo, don't knock the stand, okay? Yeah, Leo. Okay. 66. Your guardian angel is teaching you the essence of unconditional love. Oh, that is a wonderful thing. You are encouraged to have faith that the universe will provide for you while you are manifesting your inner desires. What are you trying to manifest, Leo? Ow! It might be a manicure soon. Oh, don't get... Oh, you should see this look. I'll see if he'll do the look for you so you can see this look of love. That he gets his whiskers go forward. Huh? And he gets his... Ooh. Hey? You're going to show them your look of love. Hey? You're going to show your look of love. Okay. Drop down. Just let me finish. I might run out of battery in a minute. Okay, where are we? I am positive. So, yes. Manifesting. Faith. Have faith that things will work out. You're being taught. Everything that's going on is actually teaching us to go within, to resolve, and to come forth with love. Love for everyone. I think I've said it before in another video, and it's like diversity and all this. It's like, why do we have to have labels? And for one thing, people are coming out of the closet. Well, who put them in the closet in the first place? I mean, really? I don't care who you love. As long as it's, you know, like, I'm not talking about, you know, there's no other way, like things like pedophilia. I mean, that's, yeah, no, not good. Um, but two of my most beautiful souls that I know is these two amazing, incredible women who I had the joy to watch them get married. And it was beautiful. It was the most joyous, loving, fun, amazing wedding. And they're just wonderful. And you know what? I don't care that they're two women. I see love. I have known absolutely beautiful gay men. In fact, it doesn't matter who you choose to have a relationship with, as long as they're not underage, Draw some lines, but it's as long as there is love, as long as it is pure and you're growing and you're moving forward together, and that there's no abuse. Because there is no space for abuse. And I've gone completely off tangent. We are on the 11th. A lot of change. Be positive. We are learning and growing. Oh, yes. Nurture yourself with the earth. Nurture yourself. Nurture those around you. Nurture the earth. Find new ways to recycle, repurpose. Eat more pure foods, less packaging. And take time. Take time for yourself so that you can stay healthy, because that's really important. Oh, miracles. Jingle dress. This is really, well, will you look at the number? Oh, synchronicity, 16. Jingle dress. I think that is gorgeous. I'll have that dress in blue or green or purple. Miracles. Karmic lessons are not all about doom, gloom, things falling down and all this, because it can also be joy. So, the miracles of life can be definitely part of the karmic lessons. That is so cool. I haven't actually seen this card before, because I don't always, my brain just doesn't handle going through all the cards. I admire the people who do that. My brain just won't do it right now. One day, mate. Get rid of the fibro. Cool. But I love this, and I love that the 16 is coming up a lot, because there's such a lot of change. Yeah, it's going to be a bit rough. I think bit is understating. But you know what? Dance. Dance like no one else is watching. Shake it off. Shake your booty. Let the miracles come in. Nurture yourself. Be positive. Oh, fire. Fire. Look at the dragon. Oh, this is the year of the dragon, isn't it? Yes. Oh, how cool. We got a dragon. We actually got a dragon. But this is fire. This is passion, change, strength. Yes. What I say about the 11th is a 5-day change. Expect there could be a lot of fire going on. And as the lovely lady says, shake it off, shake it off. You've got the strength to get through all this. Be positive. Okay? This year of the dragon. Yeah, there's going to be some fire. but it's necessary. It's all necessary. So much from, I'm just looking at the time going, yeah, of course I was going to do a short one. What was I thinking? But there's so much. You cannot do all these energies and just shoot through them quickly. It's just, wow. So, 6 of arrows. That's the 6 of swords. It's been a hard journey. But you're heading towards the light. If you look again here, there is the sun. Heading towards the light. Broken arrow. Set aside all that doesn't work for you. The conflict, the negative thoughts, snap them. Put them down. Go to the light. This is where it's teaching you. We've got the 9 of arrows. That's the 9 of swords. Now in this I see it different to how you would in the other tarot cards. These cards are just on a whole different level. And this is, your aim is true. That's just came so strong. Your aim is true. But you have the earth. Aim to be true about how you feel about yourself and the earth. As we got the nurture. Nurture yourself, nurture the earth. We're heading towards the light. Keep your aim true. Keep it in temperance, balance, blend. Work it together. If you look, she's there, she's at the waterfall, which is the emotion with the rainbow and all the plants there. And she is creating medicine. She has the medicine, and look at the light behind her head. It's like a halo. It's working things together and having the patience to create, because it takes time. We're going through all this. There's all these energies, but we may not see the results of this for quite some time because we have to keep working on ourselves. You know, part of the thing is when you work on yourself, you you tend to, like, let's just talk about elections. You put a lot of inner work. You see these people and you go, hang on a sec, I used to like you, but I can actually see that you're not so good. And I'm going to have my little 2 cents worth in that we are very lucky in Australia. We really are. Because much as the media will try and say otherwise, my gut, my instinct, our Prime Minister is actually a very good man. And yet I will take a good man over a tough bloke who loves to talk a lot. No. Give me heart, give me soul. Give me wisdom. Give me someone who will try and work with as much as he can and work for the good. We're going to make mistakes. That's part of life. It's learning from our mistakes. So, now we come to our light seers. And going to see how. Oh, okay, I see where we're going with this. Okay, right. These two. Right. Leo, could you please stop? How come I've got these here? Oh, these must have been with them. Oh, Oh, I know. I left out some cards. Oh, okay. Well, maybe they just didn't want to be seen. Very interesting. I've never done that. So, here we have the 11th, day of change. Expect the unexpected. Doing all this work within ourselves. Sometimes we can tie ourselves up in the relationships around us. And we need to sometimes have a really good look at them. So this is what I feel is coming from here. This is, again, more reflection. Look at your relationships and see, are they really healthy, or am I tying myself up and not being myself? That's a big one. But how do you really? Okay. It's a lot that's coming in quickly. This is the 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands is like things coming in quickly, messages, ideas, thoughts, everything's coming in. So this being change, I would expect that there's going to be some very quick changes, very sudden, unexpected things. Expect the unexpected. 11th, I would think some of that. A lot of reflection within yourself. Now, these things coming in could be in your personal life, could be universally, could be both. But that's the energy, universally. And we have now 2 9s. You're getting synchronicity. The 2 9s. We have the 9 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles. And it's just like, if you allow yourself to reflect on what's a good relationship and what's not a good relationship, and stay true to yourself, you know, there's a lot of, the world is your oyster, wishes come true. They really do. So it all depends on the energy you work with as to how things can work out. I'm just being told stuff here, so I'm sort of like, okay, I get it. Okay. Okay. They're talking about these cards. These were light seers, and this was from 11th, 10th, 9th, 8th. Thought that one went very quick. But they want it to be a general thing. The whole week, and they're saying it kind of really applies to the whole month. But we have the 5 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles is being out in the cold, feeling desolate, feeling rejected, abandoned, alone. Because of the negativity. And sometimes when we're feeling so alone and not part of things and just not getting anywhere, sometimes that is when we can be vulnerable and fall prey to, remember the trickster? We can fall prey to the negativity, to unwise thinking. Okay. Right, okay. But it's up to us. This is 2 of Wands. Just look at it again, reflect, look back, look at it, look at the world, look at your life, look at everything, and be honest and open. Step out of that feeling of being alone and start look at what you've got, where you've been, and see things for what they are rather than allowing negativity, because Knight of Swords, things can move very, very quickly. And thoughts can change just as quick. Head, full force, go for it in that direction. I don't mean go like crazy, like, getting in my car and I'm going to do 200 miles an hour. Nah, not good. It's go with it. Follow it. Follow the messengers. Because this is the Wheel of Fortune. Again, karmic. But I also think of the Wheel of Fortune as the world is your oyster. This is all as it's playing out, as it's meant to be, and you can be on top of it. That's your choice. You can be on top of it. You don't have to fall into the desolation and negativity. You can instead choose to be sitting on top of the world. That's another good song. You can choose that. It takes a lot of inner reflection. So, gee, the readings, this is not what I expected. I expected a lot of different things, and it just keeps going. It just keeps going, talking about the inner work, because that is so important for our future. We can't have a good future if we're not good within ourselves. So what we choose to do now is what will make the difference. And yeah, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything, because I actually don't believe that helps anyone. And I'm being as positive as possible. We have some big changes ahead, and let's not fear it. Let's go with love and excitement and a little bit of maybe I need to keep an eye on what's going on. I've got to keep myself safe. I've got to keep my family safe. I feel very blessed where I am to know that I have relative safety where I am. No place is ever 100% safe, except in spirit, but that's a different matter. We're here learning our lessons on this earth. But wow, yeah. So I'm going to leave it at this. I'm just glad the battery held out. I never expected it to go this long, but it needed to. So I am going to wish you so much love. Stay safe. Learn what you can. Shine the light. See the reflections. And let's all grow together and create the most beautiful energy on this planet, so that life is not the crazy chaos and war and hatred and all these horrible things. We have the power to change, but first we have to change within. So I'm going to wish you loads of love, and I will see you well, whenever I do the next video, but in a week's time I will do the next week, and we can then breathe, sigh, and work through the next lot of challenges. So I'm going to bid you adieu. Leo, you going to say bye-bye? You going to say bye-bye? Huh? Going to say bye-bye? Leo says bye-bye. I've got Skittles asleep there. And I'm going to say bye-bye. See you later. Bye.